Hello, Doomers and other Indiana Jones fans. Today we got another video for you. Hopefully a little bit shorter than the last one. Wearing my screen-capped Temple of Doom fedora again, and got my straps from Make It Jones, and of course, cannot forget the Wested Temple of Doom jacket. This I got in 2016, and after breaking it in for a little while, I put it through the paces and weathered it. Got pretty rough with it in spots, and it's pretty much been the pride and joy of my collection all this time. And then something happened that all of us indie fans are terrified of. I got a small rip in it. Now I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's good. It's like the bullet hole," which is fine for Raiders, except that this isn't a Raiders jacket. This is a Temple of Doom jacket, and the rip is on the wrong side. I think what happened was I have all this like stucco on the outside of my building, and I believe I accidentally dragged my sleeve against it, and there you go. It's not like a massive tear, but it is noticeable, and since it's not screen accurate, of course it bothers the hell out of me. So I was looking at ways to fix it. It doesn't seem big enough to have it stitched, and if I did get it stitched, that would be very, very noticeable. So what I was thinking I would do was, I found this Aleene's leather and suede glue. It goes on clear and then dries, hopefully leaving no trace. I've never done this before. This bottle's never been opened, so you're going to find out when I find out. Okay, so here's the hole. See, it's like a tear. The little tinier hole right here. So I'm thinking if it gets pushed together like that, it doesn't look too bad. So I'm thinking a thin strip of this glue kind of bridge that together and keep it from coming apart. So, okay, like I said, I've never opened this before, so let's see what's in here. Okay. Okay, it's got one of those little things. Let's get that off. Okay. Kind of looks like and smells like Elmer's glue a little bit. So we need to poke a hole in here. Okay, let's see if we can get glue out of there now. Ah, there it goes. But the instructions say to just put on a thin layer, so I'll just run a thin layer over top of the crack, like so, and then use my finger to kind of rub it in. Hopefully bridge the two sides together so that they stay in place. Let's see if that works. Okay, so I let it dry about 10 minutes. Looks like most of the residue has evaporated. Not gonna push too hard on it because they recommend that you let it cure for 24 hours, but it looks like it's holding pretty well. I might try to do another bit more just to really seal it up, but that's pretty good. Yeah, I could definitely pop a little bit more on there and really try to close it up. Okay, so I applied another treatment to it, and it sealed it up even better. Although I have to say, that's not very clear. It definitely is showing some residue. And let's see if it dries. So there you have it. I really can't complain about that too much. It's not clear, but it's not that big gaping, yawning hole anymore. And to be honest, it doesn't look much different than some of the other weathering that's already on there. At least not enough to be noticeable for cosplay purposes. I mean, the Temple of Doom jacket is pretty roughed up. It's probably more roughed up than any of the other jackets in the series. Although the jacket from Indy 5 is looking pretty rough, which I'm very happy about. So the other thing about my jacket is I'm not happy with the collar. The collar is kind of curled up, like a normal jacket collar. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it per se, except that in the films, the collar sits kind of wide and flat like that. So let's see what we can do about that. I mean, you can see what the problem is. There's this crease right here, and the jacket is just going to want to lay in that crease. So we have to get rid of that crease. And how are we going to do that? Well, it's leather, so we can't iron it. Or can we? Warm, damp cloth. Ironing board. Collar. I'll put the damp cloth over top of the leather. See if the heat and the moisture get that crease out. Don't want to leave it in any one spot for too long. Yeah, I think that's a lot better. It's not perfect, and I'll probably have to, keep lying it flat and put more weight on it, and maybe some more heat. But it's lying a lot flatter, and the collar's spreading out more like it does in the film, so I'm happy with it. Now, do I advise that you iron your jacket? No, but that's what I'm doing for mine. I've been pretty rough to this thing. I did more than just the scouring pads. I've used hot water, alcohol, acetone. I've scraped this thing against the concrete. Anything to give it a nice patina and make it look really, really beat up like it does in Temple of Doom. That's all for now, and I hope to see some of you all at the next California Jones meetup. So until then, have a nice day.